This is Mark Puyez, Product Manager for Corporate Energy Management and Intelligence. In this video, we're going to see how to do the installation of the latest version of CEM, which is 2014 R2. I have here installed with latest Windows Server 2012 R2, SQL Server 2014, and the latest system platform, which is 2014 R2 also, of course, compatible with CEM 2014 R2. The installation file on my virtual image, and I'm going to start with the setup program. Of course, it is recommended to read the README and the installation guide before doing this installation. So, accepting the license agreement, you can choose which options to install. Basically, the application objects are on the Orchestra IDE node. The Intel model and dashboards for CEM can go actually on any node. We're just copying files there, and they can then be instantiated, deployed on an intelligence server. CEM data edition tools typically go on an information server node because it's a tool that is embedded within the information server, and same for the CEM reports on information server node. So I'll accept the defaults here. You install a few prerequisites as needed. In my case, it is fine. And install. Be leveraging the latest install program from OneAware to help corporate energy management here. So be copying the files that are required for the installation, registering whatever component needs to be registered. We'll do a configuration of the software after the installation is complete. Basically, at this point where we're ready to configure, start the configurator tool. Ask for the CEM database name to start with, and this is a kind of an exception here where we create the database using the Orchestra IDE. So it's variation in the order. So Orchestra IDE. I have created previously a blank CEM Galaxy, and C will actually contain the CEM application objects. So while for the Galaxy to load, here we go. So you see here under the it's really a blank Galaxy. I have nothing installed yet. Let's import the objects for corporate management. I have installed folders, so they will be located under C files, corporate management, and under CEM application objects. So package to import. Okay. There are a series of objects to import in the Galaxy, and that takes a few minutes to actually perform. That does the recording, and we'll come back when the import is finished. Okay, now the objects were successfully imported. Let's close the window. We will set in a plate toolbox with objects for CEM, the same 5 objects as in previous versions. So the first we need to do is actually create the template for the CEM configurator. Sorry about that. So okay. open it. And what we will do is actually create a database first. That's step we need and actually to complete the configuration of the product. So server name is WWEMI3. We're going to call it CEMDB. Let's click on create. Okay. And successful. So the database is created. We're ready to do configuration. So I can actually minimize the IDE here. Go back to the configuration tool. Let's pin CMDB and use the window notification for the tool with Suite Voyager. So you need to have Suite Voyager already installed. I have everything on the same node, or I should say information server, not Suite Voyager anymore, and click configure. This is done. The next step is to configure reports. I have Orchestra reports installed in information server, and therefore reporting Microsoft SQL Server reporting services installed on the same node, everything at the same location. And configure is done, both check marks are green. So I can close. The step is actually to install the reports. So that we will take advantage of the report deployment utility. So I have this installed on my system. Let me find it. Reports. We're going to create a new source. I'm going to call it CEM. Data source name, I'll give it a name CEM. The server is WEMI3. And database name is CEMDB. I'll use authentication. I'll use the US letter transform. And to the configuration file. And this is under the same directory, relation directory of corporate energy management. So under corporate energy management, EM reports, and in this. So this is the file that we need to use and deploy. This is really going to create and then deploy each of the reports for CEM. I not exercise reporting services before this installation, so initially it takes a little while to reporting services. So in general, it's a good practice to kind of go to the reporting services page first, and then after this deployment, it goes faster. So I'll put things in pause, and we'll come back when deployment is done. So our reports were successfully deployed. It took a minute in the end. Okay, and close this. So verify under the home page of information server whether we have the CEM node. And so I have the CEM node now. And if I click on the edit meter values page, it will take a little while the first time. And here we go. Found for the selected period. We don't have any data, so this is just validation that the page is actually loading. And let's check that the view reports also coming up. And let me try it again. There we go. So we sometimes get this error under information server. It's not really related to CEM, I believe. I do get this error once in a while with reports under information server. It may be particular to my image. I don't know. So all are there. Installation of CEM is done now. So that, this concludes the installation of CEM. I'll create another video to explain a little the changes of CEM 2014 R2.